One thing I do want to discuss here, and we really haven't hit it very much, is a conversation that I'm hearing out there about how Caitlin Clark is not comporting herself very well out on the court. That we're seeing her, give a cheap shot here and there. We're seeing her complain about calls. We're seeing her kind of lip reading and seeing some language from her that one would say is not befitting of a role model that she is being cast as here. And I can tell you this personally, as somebody who has a daughter at home who does consider Caitlin Clark a role model, and I have no problem at all with the way that she's conducting herself whatsoever. And I have absolutely no problem seeing her have a significant part of a red ass on the court. I have no problem with whatever I am seeing. And the only problem I have is people potentially, I can't put words in people's mouths, but having a double standard for a female athlete that we would not have for a male athlete. Now then, I know LeBron does get some crap and some guff for constantly complaining about calls, and I know that NBA players do get some crap for complaining about calls, but they're not then cast as less than a role model because of it.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed seeing the byplay that sometimes the ESPN cameras have caught between Caitlin Clark and her father basically telling her to shut up and get back on the court. It was what it appears to be.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it was, he might have been screaming at the refs who his daughter was having a problem with, wanting and asking for a call. But for me, to see Caitlin Clark being cast as less than a role model for behavior that we normally would have ascribed to a male player and saying that he's just standing up and has a spine or is defending a teammate or is just conducting himself in a way that we would normally cast as somebody who is a tough basketball player, and then we see her and we're saying she's less than a role model. Now, I have a problem with that, and I also have a problem with my daughter. Just can't wait to see her next game, her next performance, and if there is a moment where she'll use a bad word or something, I'll tell Tay, that's probably not going to work for you here at age 10.
Yeah,
let's not do that. But the rest of it is something that we would ascribe to a male player any day of the week is no big deal, and this to me seems to be a big deal for way too many people. And, for the big three to throw $5 million on the table to her, I think is an excellent example of how she is standing out and is somebody that is worth having at the front and center of your league or your campaign or anything to do with your business that you're trying to grow and trying to have somebody as a spokesperson for. Clearly, the big three doesn't have a problem with the way that she's potentially conducting herself every now and then. So I don't want to make that much too big of a deal of it, but I don't have an issue with it.
Yeah, Rich, it's just this thing, right? It's social media, and it's a lot of guys who are maybe immature, not confident in themselves, who will always make those stupid posts about women playing sports, even though I promise you some of these women are much better than the people who are knocking them in the comments. So it's just a battle that these women unfortunately have to fight, which is so stupid. I completely agree. Like you said, you're a fan of saying red ass, like a hard ass out there.
I kind of dig it.
That's what it takes to get the job done sometimes. Do they want them just to paint their nails and be petite? No, these women are out there getting it, man. And, me personally, I'm a fan of women's basketball. Altoona High, 1986 and 1988, USA Today national champions, Rich. not just state champions, national champions. So I've always grown up with women who could play ball. I grew up playing with them, watching the game. So it's an exciting time for women's sports, and
it is that
it's getting more and more accepted. Because, like I said, when you go on social media, you see some of the comments, and you just got to shake your head at some of the idiots who say some of this dumb stuff. Now, that being said, her in the big three, though, I don't know, man, because those are still some grown ass men and their ex NBA players who might take umbrage a little to this woman coming in. I don't know how that one would work out, to be honest with you. But hey, if it's something she wants to try, go for it.
I don't know if she's going to try. I
don't think she needs to. Grow that. The women's game, continue to help grow that. And I think she's in a perfect spot to do so.
Yeah, she's going to Indianapolis to start her WNBA career. And you heard Casey Wasserman, who definitely would know these things in the world of sports media and certainly in the world of sports and marketing. He would know that she's going to make a mint off the court as a WNBA player. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.